up? Welcome in to another episode of Profit Picks. If you are new, we do always start the show by being transparent. And yesterday, I did the show on the road, and I ended up taking that Connecticut minus 13, which was a loser. So I'm pretty annoyed because before that, even I liked that Phoenix and Liberty game over, and I talked myself out of betting it initially. I talked myself into waiting for the second half, and the first half was already an explosion. So missed out on that. Got to do better here today. And WNBA still has been profitable. Veno, we missed you yesterday. How's everything been for you, and how are you doing today?
I'm good today, buddy. I did cash in on that Liberty Mercury over last night.
Nice.
And not without a little bit of hesitation. I mean, I probably should have played it a little stronger than I did, but the number kind of backed me down somewhat, but still played it, got a win. Kept me right up there as far as WNBA is concerned over there at Wagertalk. So it was a good day. We were last on Monday. I'm trying to remember because I wasn't here yesterday what I did Monday. That was the day of the finals. So no, I don't even want to remember Monday because the Boston Celtics could party all they want, but they're not partying in my house. 67 first half points and 39 second half points. Oh, they made me angry, Skee.
Yeah, that would have been a fun game to watch together. The last 2 minutes. Was it the last 2 minutes, 3 minutes? It's like they're at 106. And I don't know if you heard me, but I said it yesterday. You probably didn't hear me because you weren't here. But I was watching it with some people, and they're like, "What happened? Are you winning?" I'm like, "Stop talking till the game is over. Just stop talking." I was sweating that thing, and I know you were sweating it too. So
yeah, if we were together, that might have been the one time where I drank faster than you did because I would be pissed off.
And rightfully so, because it definitely looked like you should have got there. We gave you guys extra time to get these colors in. I posted the list. All right, Dante got robbed. He got robbed last Friday. He said I got robbed because he just said orange. So he was specific this time. Look, he put the capital light orange.
There you go, Dante. That's a winner.
You get paid today, and it was a triple up. He had said black, but he said it was taken, so he said light orange. So I think we can accept that, right?
That's exactly on the money, so that wins.
And I'm just glancing up here to make sure I didn't miss anything. I didn't even see you know what? I didn't even see black in there already. So, let's see. I don't see anybody else. So hopefully I didn't miss anybody. The first comment I see is 8:10 a.m. So Dante will be the winner. Hit me up on the Discord, and we'll get you taken care of. You get nice meal tonight. Lunch, dinner, whatever you want to do with it. Appreciate all of you guys guessing. Charles says, "Good morning, champ. Much love and respect." Mark in the building says, "Good afternoon to both of us. Appreciate you tuning in, Mark." And Eric F says, "Thanks for the picks. Appreciate you." He's asking for a membership. I do not choose who the memberships go to, and I think I gave out 10. Like I give out 10 every month. I think I already gave out the 10. So I can't do it every single day, and I can't choose who it goes to. Money Mills, appreciate you. Everybody smashing the like button. Somebody else coming in here said coming to get a free membership. I tried, man. I gave out 10. Let me get a couple more comments before we get started. Jeff says, yesterday Skee did his show from the car. Today he'll be riding a bicycle with Rob on the handlebars. Yesterday was back like the old days, Rob, when I used to be at work in the post office.
Those were good.
And Johnson, appreciate you. Says, let's get over 100 likes. Hit that like button. Kyle in the building says, Skee and Veno, you guys looking to take a high risk shot tonight on the diamond? Hey, we love a little bit of high risk, man. We love it. You've been killing it. So let us know. How are we getting paid? What's the nice juicy plus money we looking at today, Kyle? Appreciate you, Wayne. Says smash the likes. Bryce with the 49.99 dono. Appreciate you 100%. And let's see. He says, thank you for a great NBA season. Appreciate all the work you put in. Same to Veno. Grab him a TP for me next time you see him. 100%. I can guarantee you I'll do that. And appreciate you, Bryce. Appreciate you for rocking with me. And appreciate you for the dono. 100%. Shout out to Bryce. And I know you said he started like a new job, so he ain't been around as much lately. But I know you still listening when you can. So appreciate you. UCapper in the building. All right, let's get to work. Joseph says that's Gator orange Vino's wearing. All right.
They're rolling right now, I think.
Yeah, I love the chat. And these lines are rolling too. I mean, I just did these banners. Mystics heading into Indiana to take on the Fever in this first game for the day. Opened up Fever -4.5. They're now 5.5 everywhere. Total has gone up a point to 167.5. Austin, Sykes, both out for Washington. For Indiana, everybody who's been playing is going to continue to be out there. This one I'm gonna kick it to you, Rob, and I'm gonna just I'm gonna be very straightforward. I am not laying points with this Indiana Fever team. It's just not something I'm into doing. I don't think they're that good. I don't care if the other team is really good or not. They don't play. Fever do not play good defense. If you can't get stops, I can't trust you to win by any kind of a margin. That's just how I view it. So I would only look towards Washington. And when I think about both of these teams, Fever has been a poor first half team, slow starter, and Washington has been good in the first half. So probably Washington first half +3, +2.5, whatever that number may be, is the way I would go. How do you feel about it, Vino?
Well, I've been doing pretty good, Skee, proactively playing Mystics over, simply because I think that the line maker didn't really adjust to their little subtle philosophical adjustment. Just shoot more threes, play a little faster. Brittany Sykes came back for that one game and they went over, but she hasn't really been a part of this run by the Mystics as far as overs are concerned. They're over the total in 3 of their last 4. They're over 83 points as a team in 4 straight games. But this one I struggled with because I'm not really getting the type of number that I would like in this game, right? Generally, when you're betting Mystics, you're getting closer to the 160 end rather than the 170 end. And I understand the Fever have been a high-scoring team. We talked about this the last time we were on. The Fever have put up 168 plus in 4 of their last 5. So the odds maker, I think, where this number is at 167.5 is just about right. It stopped me from playing it. I really wanted to play over here. They're 2 of the better 3-point shooting teams in the league. Washington has climbed the 3-point percentage stats rapidly over the course of the last 2.5 weeks, to the point where now they're the number 4 team in the league as far as 3-point makes per game are concerned. When you're scoring 83 plus in 4 straight, you show me you have the offensive capability. They don't play a lot of defense. Neither does Indiana. And so, again, I can make this case for playing over, Skee, but I can't make the case strong enough for this particular number, which is 167.5. It's a TV game. It involves Indiana, which is probably why their side has gone up, why this total has gone up a little bit. I don't think anybody's playing it because of the Mystics, which is why I would. But I think the odds maker priced me out. So I may use it as a free play for the site later on today over, but I just don't have enough confidence in this number, even though it's the only way I would play it. I don't have enough confidence to go ahead and get to the window as of 1:54 Eastern time right now with this game over. It should be high scoring, but I just think they've got it in a good place.
Well, the market agrees with you. Market going up a little bit there. I think I might have to get there with the side. M. Scissor doesn't agree. He took -4. Kenneth Johnson does, though. So does Delroy. Oh, okay. My bad, you Capper. I got you. I'll try to do better. He says Mystics or nothing. And I agree. I think Mystics first half is the way for me to look at it. Anthony says Mystics start good plus Fever start bad equals Mystics team total over in the first quarter. Well, you're looking for points. I'm looking at Mystics early. That could be a way to play this one. Casey says, call that number bet in this game. All right. We'll move it over to the next one. That is Atlanta Dream, Minnesota Lynx. This game opened Lynx minus 8.5. They're a 10-point favorite, and the total hasn't really moved. It looks like 162.5. I guess it moved up a point since earlier, but not from the opener. And maybe it dropped and they moved back up. For the injury report, Jordan Canada, Aerial Powers both out for the Dream. For the Lynx, Carlton is out. Diamond Miller, I'm sorry, she's game time. She's not out, but she's actually probable. So that's my bad. And Diamond Miller is the one who's out there. Lynx, they've been pretty damn good. When they win, I feel like they've been winning by margin, but I don't know that they've all been double digit margins. How are you feeling about this big of a number here, Veno?
Well, we know that they score enough. Again, let's just reiterate a lot of the stuff that, at least I will, a lot of the same stuff that I say every time when we talk about the Lynx. Yes, they're slow. Yes, they're methodical offensively, but boy, they're efficient. And again, they shoot three-pointers, number one in the league. It's not close. Their field goal percentage is number one in the league. It's not close. They are the best shooting team. And even though they go slow, they put up numbers like 80 or more points in 7 straight games. Every game this year, Skee, that they've played, I'm looking right here, 13 games. They've scored 80 plus in 12 of those. Only one time, kind of a mirage, the game against Las Vegas where they get beat at home, have they not reached the 80-point mark. They should reach it again here today against Atlanta. Atlanta's not that great of a defensive team. They played Atlanta once already. It went 92-79, 171 points. I thought that this game was more playable as far as an over is concerned than the one I just talked about, even though I think it's going to be higher scoring. The number's more attractive here, 161.5, 162, figuring that the Lynx probably get mid-80s or better. That's likely the way I would look at it. From what you were talking about, side perspective, they've won 3 of their last 5, 7 of their last 8, 7 of their last 9, 7 of the last 9 by 11 or more. So they do win by margin when they win. 11 is about what you're asked to win by here. Tough. I don't necessarily like the Dream, Skee, but, they're a funny team because some nights they have the capability. You see it out there, and they've got personnel to be competitive. But there's other nights where they don't show, especially on a defensive end. So I don't know. I don't really like the side where it's priced, but I do think over could be a play here.
Well, the Dream are 4-1 to the over on the road. Could be interesting there. I'm just looking at this one a little bit closer here, Rob. The Dream have been pretty terrible in the first half, but most of that has been at home. 3-9 overall. They're 1-6 at home, but 2-3 on the road. So that tells me that just a little bit overvalued at home probably. And the Lynx, oh my bad, they have not been as a first half favorite. They're 2-5 against the spread. So that's pretty attractive. I was looking at ways to try to fade the Dream here early, but they are 0-3 as a dog in the first half, 0-5 off of a win in the first half. But Lynx, the more I keep looking at this, I'm starting to think like, yes, they're good, but are they just a little bit overvalued now? Like they've covered 10 out of 14 games, but the games they're covering are not the. I feel like it's not the games where they're laying points like this. I feel like it's more they're covering a lot of those games where they were undervalued when they were still an underdog. Nobody was looking at them. Now 10 points, just not something I guess I'm interested in doing. So if I have to say that, I would lean Dream plus 10. I think that they are a team that plays better after the first half, so I wouldn't want to bet them early or anything. Lynx, probably, if you fade them for the next week or two, you probably will make money just because I feel like the number is too high right now. What do you think about what I said right there, Veno?
I'm going to put a little exclamation point on what you just said because I do keep WNBA power ratings, and the team that's climbed the power ratings the most this season is the Lynx. They've gained 7 points off of where they were rated to start the season and where they are now. So to your point, you become higher in the power ratings, and the value in the number decreases. You're asked to lay more and more and more, and there's going to come a point where the Lynx can't cover these numbers anymore. So we talk a lot about being proactive, trying to see things or streaks before they happen. Perhaps this is one where the Lynx have peaked. This is their ceiling. The odds makers have caught up. The lines are there now, and there's no more value betting them, especially as a -10 favorite. So that very well could be, Skee, but I wouldn't have looked at that unless you just said it. They are the team in the league that's climbed the power ratings ladder the most so far this season.
All right, so we're in agreement there, and I like to hear that. We'll move it over to the next game, but before we do, a little bit of high risk action from our guy Kyle. He says Angels money line plus 150. Peralta's been struggling. Brewery's bullpen is a big gas. Angels have been hitting righties. He says if you want to play it safer, you can just go team total over 3.5, still plus money. But he thinks they win the game outright. So Kyle's been cashing these high risks at a high rate. So we'll try to keep it going here tonight. Good luck to Kyle and anybody who tells that play. Last game up, Last game up, we'll go Storm and Aces. And this one opened Aces -5. They are a 6.5 point favorite. The total has gone up 3 points. It looks like 171. Nobody on the injury report for the Storm. And for the Aces, we have Kirsten Bell. Looks like she's game time decision. So these teams did play. Or you know what? Before they get on me in the comments again, Rob, I'm gonna just pass it to you first. How do you feel about Storm and Aces?
Well, let's see here. Saturday they played New York Liberty, right? The total went from like 66 all the way to 74. And it landed somewhere in between. I know you're on the good side of that total, where that 3-pointer by Kate Martin cashed that ticket. The high side of that total was just a shade off. I did play this game over the total immediately last night, and just hoped that the return of Chelsea Gray wouldn't drive this thing so far up that it would be unplayable for, clients who maybe come late to the party. It hasn't really moved all that much yet, but Chelsea Gray is expected to suit up here tonight. And it'll be interesting, Skee, because we always talk about this. She hasn't played. Does she come in and immediately the team gets better? I mean, obviously on paper, they're immediately better with her in the lineup. Or does it take time for rust, for game shape to show up, and maybe it's a little disruptive to the Aces? So where side is concerned, I'd probably look a little bit Seattle, but then I take into consideration the loss against the Liberty the other day, the 6-6 record that the Aces has posted so far as defending champs and looking for another championship, and the somewhat tearful post game that Asia Wilson had last time. And it drives me to believe that the Aces are going to be fired up for this game. So sidewise, I'm thoroughly conflicted here because I don't exactly know what Chelsea Gray's role in this whole thing is going to be. I mean, if all goes well for the Aces, she'll be, the best point guard in the league like she was before the injury, and they'll just roll. But I'll say this, I don't think their defensive problems are easily correctable. It's been too long where they've been kind of sluggish on the defensive side, and Seattle can score. So I still like over. I think the Aces score on everybody. Really doesn't matter. So I played over. But where side is concerned, I don't know. Maybe you have a better handle on this, but I think that there's arguments for both sides here to be made where the side is concerned. Just matters what side of the fence you're standing on.
Well, I agree with some things that you said there. And before I get into the side, I want to, go a little bit more on that total. I mean, you heard the interview. I heard you mention it. I heard that there is going to be some focus on the defensive end in this game as far as the Aces are concerned. They know that they haven't been good. They've had a few days off, and I heard AJ talk about it in that same interview. Becky, she's she's saying she's taking shots at the team, saying stuff about the defense. Does it worry you that they've had this time off to maybe fix that defense?
Oh, I think it has to. I think the counter to that is Seattle played a real subpar offensive game against Phoenix the other day, 19% from three, 38% or 39% from the field, and they're just better than that. They have a lot of weaponry on the offensive side where you can't just defend one player on Seattle, right? You get hit by four really good scorers in that starting lineup. So it's always good to hear it being said. Been around long enough to know that it doesn't always get executed right away. We'll see if over the course of time, Las Vegas gets better defensively. But I credit Seattle's offense a little bit here too, Skee. We're bounce back. I'm a big bounce back guy, and I just think they shot lousy the other night. They'll probably shoot better here against a defense that's trying to regain. It's an interesting case with Las Vegas because the beginning of the year, they were not a bad defensive team. It's just this stretch, say 5 games, maybe 6 games or so, where I don't know if they just got lackadaisical or what. If you think, and this is another, we make a lot of points here on the show, maybe trying to talk ourselves into or out of things. If you think that the electricity in the building with Chelsea Gray back, and that usually helps defense, right? It gives energy. Could that be a help? I think it could. But I still think Seattle will get their share. To cover this game, 171 now. You probably need 75, 76 out of Seattle, and I don't know why you wouldn't get that. Even in a poor shooting game against Phoenix the other day, they got to 78. No, I was wrong on that. You need 85. Excuse me, Skee. I said 75. That's a bad number. You need about around 85 out of Seattle.
Trying to do my math here. I'm like,
yeah. You're like, man, Las Vegas going to get 100. I'm betting side. I was off on that.
So, side-wise, well, first of all, a couple people in the chat right now likes first quarter team total over first half team total. Thinks that the Aces will come out and score. Man, it's nice if you have those first quarter team total books. Not all places have that available. Anthony says Crispy Captain likes points. Talked about Storm team total over this morning. Honestly, I think the Aces is gonna lock the Storm up today. I really do. This is a game that like I said, it's not just that last game where they lost, Rob. They've lost 4 of the last 5 games now, and the Storm were one of those 4. And they lost that game as a favorite at the house in front of their crowd in embarrassing fashion. And I'm not sure if it was after that game, but in one of these past games, Becky also said, we just show up and think we're gonna win. Like that's how everybody's playing, and she's been lighting into this team. So, I think I think that's one of those losses that's on their mind. Like that's one where revenge kind of matters, in my opinion. And when you see your leader, your star player, taking accountability for everything that's going on and crying in the interview, how can you, as the rest of the group, not step up and have her back? This team is capable. They're good. They just won back-to-back championships. Having a few days off to fix what was going wrong, I think they do it today. So I think the Aces are the right side. Chelsea Gray, even if she only plays a little bit, she still will be a boost. She'll just help keep the offense organized. And that's been something that they've been missing. I don't want to get into too much and bashing what's been going on, but they need a little bit more good point guard play. That's just what I'll say. And that's what she will provide. I look at this game kind of like who's going to win. If you ask me who's going to win, I would say the Aces. All the games Aces have won at home have cleared this number. All the games Seattle has lost, they've lost by bigger margins than this. And I think the Aces are the right side. Any thoughts on that, Rob?
Yeah, I'd say can you give me a 93 to 80 game here? These are the two. Just for those who do want to play total over here, I'll say this: they're the 2 fastest tempo teams in the league right now. Seattle may be surprising to some. They're number 2. They were number 1. The Aces have taken that over again. So you get the 2 fastest teams. We know there's going to be a lot of opportunity for scoring here. A lot of shots, a lot of chances. We'll see how many whistles are blown for free throws. But I think as long as this number is under 175, it's probably a good total to play up and over. And the Aces, again, I could certainly see them winning this game if you are on that side. So maybe we can get both sides here, Skee. Maybe it can be one of those days where we have the parlay, which has been relatively good for us as of late.
Yeah, it's been very good. And guess we'll see if we can do it again here. This is interesting. I just want to shout this out because it's what I saw. Aces have not covered the first half at home so far this season. 0-7. Thought that was just pretty crazy there. They haven't been playing. They're 1-6 against the spread at home in general. They have been terrible, but teams that are good teams don't stay terrible forever. So that's the thoughts on the game. Let's move it on over. Well, before that, I mean, they're asking me about a player prop. I don't really bet player props in WNBA. It's very rare, so it's not something I look at every single day. But she should be able to score against the people who are out there for Washington. It's not the most resistance out there, so not matter if you want to take that today. All right, Veno, moving on over to best bets. And like we always say, both of us do good work at Wagertalk. The link to both of our profiles is in the description to the video. Veno, I think you're still on top of the leaderboard for WNBA this season. How you doing? Or, maybe put some numbers to it and maybe a best bet for the show.
Yeah, we'll put to the WNBA season, Skee. It's a 14-7, 67% start to the year, plus 19 something units of profit. So it is number 1 over there at Wagertalk. It's been good from start to finish. So on those last 3, last 7, last 30-day boards, the marks are number 1 in all 3 plus overall season. So we'd like to keep that rolling here. I will say this real quickly to folks. I don't generally get too far ahead of myself, but I got to play for tomorrow's WNBA up and available already at wagertalk.com. So if you're looking at Thursday's card, what's nice about it is they provide us the lines early, and there's not 100 games, so you can get through handicapping the next couple of days in advance. So we like something tomorrow. For today, let's go ahead and stick with where we just left off, Skee. I do think this thing's going to get up and over the 171.5. I don't have any doubt that Las Vegas is going to score points. That's what they do. They do it really, really well. I think Seattle will have somewhat of a bounce back. The first time around was really a poor Las Vegas offensive effort. I would expect them to be a lot better than they were the first time against this team as far as offense is concerned. So, again, I think that if you can keep this thing, and it will stay obviously under 175, I think this game probably lands somewhere in the 175 plus range.
All right, good stuff from Mr. Veno. The rich homie, appreciate you. I wish I was able to notice this earlier, but yeah, my mic was still on my AirPods because I just got back home and set my stuff up. I forgot to switch my mic over, but it should sound better now, and it'll be back to normal in tomorrow and every other show we do. So for myself, I only give you guys bets that I bet myself. You guys know this. So let me just glance one more time here. Actually, everything's messing up. My odds screen went out. So I'll say this. We're going with the Aces, man. If you listen, that's what the best bet is for today. It's an absolute desperation spot for them. I just think it's a revenge spot, desperation spot. They don't want to be below 500 as well. I think you get the best game the Aces have played all season tonight. So Aces -6, 6.5, I think is good money. Veno, appreciate you hopping back with me on the show today. Stay hot. You've been doing good work on the hardwood. So keep that up. I'll hit you up and we'll see what we can do as far as, next time we'll get together. And you guys in the chat, appreciate you all as well. A lot of good cappers and just good people in general. So just always want to let you know you're appreciated. Best of luck if you tell. Good luck, everybody, on all your action. I will catch you guys again tomorrow.